Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by Always More Sims here on YouTube, and I'm doing a speed build. That's actually not why I'm like super pumped right now. One reason might be because I'm drinking coffee and it's 10:53 at night. The other reason, and it's most likely this reason, this is my first video with my new mic, or that I'm using my new mic. So, that's right. That means that my mic stand arm thing has come in and I can finally use it. However, I'm still waiting on the pop filter. They did not come in together, but I was just so like hyped to use the mic that I'm like, screw it. I can go without the pop filter for a while. It's not the end of the world. So I'm using it. I already know that the sound quality is 10 times better. I love this. I'm a little upset with the clamp size though, and the clamp strength. So, or actually just the strength of the arm in general. However, I'm going to get to that later. Right now I want to talk about the house. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this house. I don't know. I mean, I started building it, and at first I thought it was going fine, but then, I don't know, I caught on really quick that I just wasn't the biggest fan of it, and I wanted to add the stone, what I'm doing right now. I ended up taking it away and replacing it just with all the siding, but at the end I thought it was boring, so I added stone back. I don't think it was the same stone, however. But at the end I realized this house has very similar coloring to the house I used for the third generation of was it the third? I think it was the third. It's like so long ago. Of my Perfect Genetics Challenge with Megan and Mitchell. Just the coloring and honestly kind of like the front shape of the house. Despite the fact that it is a lot smaller than that house, I was getting a lot of vibes, like very similar vibes. I don't know. I kind of stopped putting my like everything into this house really fast, which makes me really sad to say, but it's true. I also didn't decorate any of the bedrooms. I think it was mainly because I just wasn't really feeling them. I've been out of town all day, and I started building this the other day. Then I had to go to work, and by the time I got home, I was super tired, and I didn't want to finish building that because this was yesterday that I started it. I got home from work at like 9:30, got finished with supper at like 10, and I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to go upstairs, continue to build, and I had to be up earlier than what I've been getting up at. Because see, like, the past few days I've actually been sleeping in rather late, like 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish, and that's not really like me. I used to sleep in really late, like I'm talking like 11:30, noon, and then I got over that. Phase. And then it was pretty much I'd get up at like 8:30-ish, and now I'm sleeping until 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I had to be up at like 8 this morning, and that just seemed super early to me, and so I'm like, yeah. I still ended up staying up late last night anyways, because I had a really hard time falling asleep. But anyways, so when I came back to decorate this house, because that's basically where I'd gotten, actually, I'm coming up on it here soon. I stop, and then I come back and I start putting in all the doors inside the house, and that's the break. When I came back today, I put all the doors on inside and started furnishing. So I don't know. I don't love this house. I don't really see myself using it. I would rather build something else. Should I need something. However, I am going to put it up for download. Probably through like Mediafire or something. I've tried using the Sims resource, and it is way too picky with how, like, doesn't like any of my pictures, doesn't like a bunch of things. So I just gave up and I just posted through Mediafire. So yeah, I built this house in the world of Plum Grove, which is a custom world by My Sims Realty. I actually really like this world. It's really pretty. And yeah. So let's see. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It has a full garage, a full kitchen with a little breakfast nook, a dining room, and a living room. I have 2 dog bowls in there, but just 1 small dog bed, and then a bird tree, because I didn't know what else to put by the stairs, and that is what I decided to put there. And then there is stuff outside for the grill. So if you were to choose to do something there, you could, or do something more. I did kind of, this house is on the longer side. I have a lot of room on the sides. I got 1 square away from being all, like, taking up the whole back of the lot. So that is why I didn't bother putting in a backyard. I was actually considering it, but I didn't, and that would be my reason why, because that backyard would suck. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about my mic, because I really want to talk about my mic. So yes, I ordered this microphone. It's a Yeti Snowball, and it's the white one. So I believe it's considered the Ice edition. I ordered this thing, I don't even know how long ago now, but it was a while ago. I want to say March, April, if I'm being honest. It might have, I don't know. See, I know it was cold out when I ordered it, but it was cold, like, all the way into, like, middle of May where I was. Like, we had a really cold winter, and we've had a very hot summer. Like, I don't know. It's been really weird. But I've had this mic for a long time, and I ordered it off of eBay, and the mic itself, the thing that I would expect to not be very good, is actually probably the best quality thing I got, because I ordered the mic, and then I ordered a mic stand, and the pictures show that it could handle a blue Yeti, it's not a Yeti, a blue Snowball, that I could handle it just fine. But then it came in and it didn't fit, so the threading and the Snowball was way too fine, and just the socket itself was way too large for what came with what I ordered. So I tried sending it back. The seller was like, "Oh no, you keep it." I think they were foreign, because, like, "You keep it, we give refund, let know." Like, they were missing a bunch of words. So yeah, whatever, as long as I got my money back, I was fine. So I did. And this mic, I was gonna say this Snowball, and that's what it is, but this mic has been sitting on my desk for a while, and every time I'd pick it up, I'd play with it, because it's a ball shape, and I would just toss it between my hands, because it's fun to play with. And yeah, all of a sudden, I'm really out of breath. I don't know why. Making noises blowing in the mic. I don't know actually how sensitive this thing is yet. So this is also kind of my test run with this. I also don't have any earbuds in. Now that I don't have to wear that clunky headset, I have no earbuds. I can't hear anything. I don't know if I would be able to hear myself back. I probably would. I'm not putting in earbuds at this point, though. Screw it. But yeah, so I finally ordered the proper mic stand. I got it off of Amazon this time. And it came, like, at first, when I first took it out of the box, I'm like, they didn't. Because there were even questions asking, does this work with the blue Snowball, stuff like that. People saying yes. And it came in, and I didn't see the, I forget what it's called. I want to say it's like the male to female piece or something like that. Like, it has like a specific name, and I didn't see that at first, to where it would screw into the snowball and then screw onto the mic stand. I just saw the mic stand and the fact that it was way too small to fit in the snowball. But then I found the piece. I'm like, thank God. However, I never, like, I totally underestimated how big the back part of my desk that I was originally going to clamp this onto, how big that is. My clamp is not big enough. It will, like, it's too wide for the clamp given for the arm. So now it's sitting awkwardly on the front of my desk. It looks really weird. It looks pathetic and stupid, trust me. But it's better than that headset, because there's not that static sound in the back. At least I don't think there is. From the few tests I've run with this mic, I haven't heard the static. I could be deaf, though. I do live with my earbuds in, and they are normally turned up way louder than they should be. So, yeah, that is one piece of exciting news I got today. Another piece of exciting news is I'm getting more foster puppies. I'm so excited. So, if you guys know, I recently had Jake. He was a purebred beagle puppy, but he was 3.5 months old. So older than than what we've had recently, because the pups that we've had the past couple months have been pretty much 6 weeks, where Jake was 3.5 months. And I actually had a really hard time taking Jake back this past Monday. It is currently August 1st. I don't want it to be August 1st, but it is August 1st for me. And I took him back on July 29th. And like I said, I had a really hard time with it. Like, it was harder than I was expecting it would be. But he was actually pretty good. Normally he like whines if he gets taken away from me, but this time he was just shaking, and he shakes a lot when he's nervous. So, I mean, that was understandable. But they took him away, and he will get adopted so fast. I'm hoping to see him tomorrow, because I'm going out to the shelter tomorrow to pick up my puppies and actually bathe some dogs. But when I went out there with my dad, because I always asked that my dad come out with me. I have a really hard time taking them back by myself, and he did. And the lady that was out there, we know her, and she teased us last time we took pups in, or it wasn't last time, but when we took Winnie and Winona back, which was all the way back in like May, or like the beginning of June, she teased, oh, you'll be back in a month for more puppies, or back in a week, after my dad had said we're going on break, no more puppies. A week later, we were back for Castle and Beckett. So she called it again, and I mean, I had already guessed it myself. We've been due for more puppies, more dogs in general lately, because we've actually had quite a few get adopted, which is really good. And she's like, so are you going on another week break? And my dad's like, no, it's gonna be like a month this time. It hasn't even been a week yet. I got the text message this morning. I'm getting 2 5-week-old hound puppies. I am so excited, and I get to name them as long as their names start with T. So we're going with Trixie and Teddy, 2 little girls. Have no clue what they look like, but yeah, we're naming them Trixie and Teddy. So I came up with Trixie, and my dad came up with Teddy, and I'm hoping this time they'll actually keep the names, because when we named Castle and Beckett, they were taken back to the shelter and renamed Kashi and Cookie Crisp. What kind of names are those? Not very good ones, if you ask me, but that is what they were named, and I didn't really have a say in it, or that's what they were renamed. However, this time we were given the parameters of as long as it starts with T, it's fine by us. So Trixie and Teddy are what we came up with. I originally wanted to do Trixie and Tessa, but then I decided against Tessa, and I'm like, okay, we're going to do Trixie and Tegan. My parents were like, we're not doing Tegan, that sounds stupid. I'm like, I like the name Tegan, and they're like, no, not Tegan. And so I'm like, Trinity, no. Tara, no. Then my mom was wanting Terry, and Tilly, and I'm kind of like, no. So then my dad's like, well, how about Teddy? And I'm like, okay. I like Teddy, my mom liked Teddy, my dad liked Teddy, and we had all agreed on Trixie earlier, so I didn't want a name that they didn't like, because I knew I would hear about it for the 3 weeks that we have them, because we'll have them till they're 8 weeks old. So last time when we had Winnie and Winona, my parents did not like those names, if anything, because they had a hard time keeping them separate. Because originally I wanted to do, if my mom was set at first on having a Tilly, on one of them being Tilly, I'm like, no. But I was like, what if we call them Tilly and Tally? And my dad's like, great, another Winnie and Winona. And so Tilly was marked out, and so was Tally. And I didn't want, again, names that they didn't like, because I would hear about it for this whole 3 weeks, but those are stupid names. Why did you name them that? Because I kept telling me they're your puppies to name, but then if I suggested something I liked, they're like, But yeah, so I go pick them up tomorrow after I wash dogs, and then, get this, we're insane, we're also they're not puppies, but dog sitting tomorrow night as well. We'll have 9 dogs in our house, plus our cat. That's 10 domestic animals. Guys, we are insane. My mom's best friend, her son is going to be a freshman in college, and they are going to finish moving him into his apartment tomorrow, because where he's going, they don't supply dorms. There's no dorms at his college. You have to do an apartment or a townhouse or something like that. Like, there's no living on campus. So they got him an apartment. They're just going to finish moving him in tomorrow. And they don't want to leave their younger 2 at home, so we will have their 2 dogs, Timmy and Ivy, and then I get to go over and check on their older 2, Tess and Tucker, after I get off work, and I get to go home to Teddy and Trixie. I mean, all the T's. Because that was actually a theme with their dogs. Their dogs were all named with, started with T for the longest time. It was Tucker, Tess, and Timmy, and then they decided to get Ivy. But Ivy had already been named Ivy, and she was already a couple years old when they adopted her, so they didn't want to change her name and confuse her. So she stayed Ivy and ruined their track record for T names. But it will. So yeah, we're insane. I am not taking Timmy and Ivy though like I normally would. Actually, I've never met Ivy. They've had her for a while, but she's never, like, I never go to their house to meet her, or if I am at their house, she's already been sent to doggy daycare, because often she and Timmy are put in doggy daycare, so I don't watch them. I watch the older 2. But this time they're coming to our house because it's only going to be for one night, and so yeah. We're insane. And we totally forgot about it too. I didn't remember until I left to go get supper with my dad earlier. We'd gotten back in town. We were ready for supper. We didn't want to cook, so we went out for Hardee's. And I remembered while we were sitting in the drive-thru that we're going to have the other 2 dogs on top of our 2 puppies. So... but I am looking forward to it. I love puppies. As I'm pretty sure everyone knows. Also, really quick, so right here, I'm trying to change the house color, because I'm getting those vibes from the other house, and I'm like, I need something different, and I didn't like the color, so I just left it. I also do add trees, but they're added at the pictures, and here's where I decided to add stone again. It's different than when I originally had at the beginning, but yeah, so see, I added trees because I forgot to before I hit stop recording, and yeah, so this is actually going to end soon, so I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Again, this house will be linked down below for download. I have no custom content in it, no store content, just expansion packs and stuff packs. I can't tell you which or what though. Sorry. But yeah, so thank you guys, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.